Welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, good evening, and welcome to attempt number 2 at our flight from Sambura to Bournemouth. We are in our PC-12, and it should be completely repaired and ready to go. Let's go ahead and let's just check on that really quick. Coronado PC-12, status 100%. So we are all set and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get our passengers loaded. I am still struggling with a little bit of a cough. I mean, it's not bad. It's not like keeping me in bed or anything. But I do apologize if it creeps into the video if I'm coughing or anything. I'll try not to. So we are going to Echo Golf Hotel.
Destination set.
Alright. These guys are so ready to get to Bournemouth. So that's why we just finished the repairs, and it's about almost 9 o'clock local time. So let's go ahead and let's get this aircraft powered up. I guess I can turn on track IR. That would make things a little bit easier for view for me. Let's go ahead and battery 1 and 2, and then the lights. Let's get some lights on. Okay, of course, fasten seatbelt, no smoking, avionics. Come on, there we go. Lamp test. We're good. Push on fire.
Fire.
Okay. Get our GPS on. Let's talk to clearance. What was our barometer? Our barometer was... Oh, they didn't say. Alright, let's listen to the ATIS then. Oh, whoops. Alright, well, we're just gonna cheat. Let's see. Temperature 4, dew point 0, altimeter 3006. Alright, so we're going to be landing on, or we'll be departing from runway 27, which has a heading of 265. Go ahead and get that ATC menu smaller. Passengers are on board, so we'll go ahead and close up the door. Get the beacon on. Gonna remember that this time. We can get our wing and nav lights on as well. Test our fuel pumps. Alright, and starter. Alright, get our flaps ready. Alright, and what did I say our heading was going to be? 265, right? Oh great, I'm getting that issue with the heading bug again. There we go, 265. Somehow I got it, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not sure why that happens. All I know is that it happens. Okay, so cabin pressurization. We're going to be cruising at, I think, 15,000 feet today, so we should have our cabin altitude at about 6,000 feet, 7,000 feet. Okay, I think everything's good. We'll get our taxi light on. Oh, of course, need to cut in the generators. I'm just gonna jump my view up there. I still have not installed EasyDock. I need to do that. Okay. Definitely want to have our cabin heating today. That is too loud, so that doesn't actually do anything in the simulator, so I'm just gonna leave that off. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to hear me. Okay. As far as de-icing goes, I don't really think. I mean, yeah, it's cold, but we don't really have. Oh, it's pretty. We have kind of a lot of moisture in the air. I should really just kind of study what these de-icing options do. So I'm just gonna do that. I like what is LHWSH and RHWSH. Oh well. Do we have any warnings or anything with them? No, so we're probably alright. Okay, and again we're just going to push back with the reverser. No, go in. There we go. Oh crap, I didn't request taxi. Come on. Alright, let's go. It doesn't want me to reverse. That is really odd. Maybe I'm hitting my brakes slightly. Nope, just making me roll forward. That's weird. It's just not letting me push back with the reverser. So I guess we'll just use the FSX pushback of Shift P or Control P. What is going on? Come on, push back. There we go. Shift P, not Control P. We can clear those. So yeah, this is going to be our last mandatory flight in the PC-12. Of course, we can still fly the PC-12, it just won't be our primary aircraft anymore. After this, we will be moving on to the Beechcraft 1900D. It has a capacity of 16 passengers, and cruise speed, I think, of 280 knots, if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely certain about that. I'm going to do kind of like a spotlight video on the Beechcraft before we do our first flight, just to kind of get you some details and about kind of the story of how we got the plane. Because there's a little bit of a story involved with it, so... So yes, I did actually already buy it through FSPassengers, just not using it yet. because we need to get to Bournemouth. It's waiting for us at Bournemouth.
Approaching 27.
You notice how she only said approaching 27 once instead of like 4 times like last time? Well, somehow I had accidentally double installed RAS Pro, so that's why she was being extra annoying. Alright, let's get going. Come off the taxi light now, too. Oh, doesn't this look great with the lighting?
On runway 27.
Let's pop outside real quick and take a look. Take a look at this with the... Oh yeah, that looks nice. Cool. Alright. So let's make sure everything is set correctly. We're going to be on a heading hold with outcell. Oh, is this Toga here? Nope. Okay. Yaw damper can come on. Obviously we don't have a... Why is that must have got clicked by accident. That should be down, I think. I don't know, I've just never messed with it before. So, yeah, it can be down. Trims are in the green. Get that activated. Okay. We are good to go.
On runway 27. On runway 27.
I forgot to adjust my my load, my fuel load. So we are flying with a full fuel load. Uh-oh. What do we have an indicator for? What do we have? What's a warning? What in the world is that warning for? I think we're having another problem with the aircraft. Look at our engine torque. What's our airspeed? Our airspeed is struggling. I'll go ahead and clear that. I'm not sure why they want me to turn right. I'm not going to. What was that warning? Whatever it was, it went away. May have just put too much strain on the engine for takeoff. Oh, but look at our vertical speed. We're not gaining any kind of altitude, and our speed is like super low. Whoa. Okay guys, look at this. And I'm gonna pause really quick. Look at this. Look at this here. Do you see a propeller lever here anywhere? No, I don't see a propeller lever here either. However, the problem was, on my yoke, I have the propeller lever down in the feathered position. That drastic change in the engine rate that you just saw was me pushing the propeller to full forward. And there is clearly not a prop pitch lever here. That's just my condition lever and my power control. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm not going to restart the flight, and I'm not going to declare an emergency or anything, because I'm going to put that down as a bug in the aircraft. Like, it should not, if it does not have a, you know, if it does not have a pitch lever, or a prop pitch lever, it should not respond to prop pitch lever input. Alright. Oh, I just...
Gear up.
Oh. And the gear was my fault. I did remap a couple of things with FSUI-PC. So what used to be my gear up button is now... I used to just have a gear toggle button, and now I have a gear up and gear down button. So I had actually hit the gear down button instead of the gear up button after takeoff. So the gear out was my fault. But I really don't understand what was going on with that engine. Still responding to the propeller lever. I've never touched that propeller lever during any of my flights with this plane. Autopilot's going a little crazy with the plane pitch, or with the vertical speed. What is it set to? 500. We can take that up to 1,000. Everything is looking normal now, but that was really strange. Like, I don't understand what happened there at all with the engine on takeoff. That wouldn't be this, would it? No. There's no turbulence. What are you frightened of? I guess, okay, there's a little turbulence. A little turbulence, but it's not scary turbulence. It's a little, it's a rock you to sleep turbulence. Alright, so we are going to have quite a long flight time to Bournemouth, so I'll definitely not be recording the whole thing. Oh, I want to turn that off. How does that look back there? Yeah, that's some nice lighting. I think we can turn our floodlight off as well. That would be this one. Wait, no, because I think that just shut. Yeah, shut, and that was my head smacking into my microphone. So flood off. I want the domes off. There we go. Some nice night lighting. I love this plane, and I love like 99% of Caronato's planes, but they do have some funny quirks sometimes. Just double checking everything, making sure everything's still good. Our gear is up and retracted, no problems. Flaps are up, no problems. Mixture is in flight mode. Pressurization is still good. We have absolutely no warnings. We just have some anti-ice indicators. Which is not bad. And we are flying with the real world weather again, though it is not active Sky Next, it is just the FSX in-game weather. I do plan on getting active Sky Next, but it probably won't be for a little while, just because now that I'm down to one job, I don't really have very much disposable income anymore. But the extra free time is worth it. That's how I've been able to get out all these flight sim vids for you guys, is because now that I'm down to one job, what I would normally be doing at job number 2, I can now, you know, do for YouTube. So. Actually, let's take a look at our flight plan, see if I can pull it up. Is it 3? No, it's... what is it? It's 2, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is definitely longer than anything that I've done before in this plane. Nearly 600 nautical miles, and I think the previous record was about 400. So this is going to take us, once we get to cruising altitude and cruising speed, this is going to take us about 3 hours. This is going to take me about 3 hours. It's going to take you guys the same time as normal, because I don't show you the whole cruise. I suppose I could use time acceleration, but nah. So, it might have been my previous video, might have been the video before that. Oh, hold on. Gotta contact Scottish Center. So altimeter change there. But yeah, I mentioned going from the B1900D to the majestic Q400, and that's still kind of the plan. But I had also mentioned maybe doing a plane or two in between those two, so say a business jet and like the PMDG Jetstream 4100. However, slight problem with that, the J41 is not compatible with Steam Edition yet, and according to PMDG's website, they're not expected to have compatibility with Steam Edition until late February. So, yeah. Kind of stinks, but nothing we can do about that. So, I'm thinking we'll fly the 1900D, and then we'll get a business jet after that, and if, you know, by the time we have a business jet and B1900D and we're flying, you know, these 3 planes a bunch, maybe by that time we'll have the Jetstream 41, but I kind of doubt it. So it looks like we're going to be going from the B1900 to the Q400 in terms of, you know, like our quote-unquote commercial plane. Now remember, this plane is a business class plane. So even though we only have 6 seats here, it has 6 business class seats, which is a significantly higher price than our economy class.
Passing 10,000 feet, Captain.
10,000 feet, we can get rid of the landing lights. We're coming up on 11,000. Oh, we'll go ahead and let them unbuckle.
You may now take off your seatbelts.
So yeah, the B1900 is an economy class plane, and that is, you know, a lot less ticket price. I think the ticket price for economy class on our airline is like $250 or $300 a ticket, and business class is like $450 or $500. I'd have to double check because I don't remember off the top of my head. So you can see it's a significant difference in ticket price, but the B1900D has almost triple the seating capacity of this plane. So it's a trade-off there. We'll still make more money from the B1900D, it just won't be as huge. We still have... I really do. You know, one thing Coronado does really well is their night lighting. However, the rest of the lighting leaves some to be desired. It's very confusing, like which switches do what. Like, for example, why does the cockpit floodlights turn on the cabin floodlights as well? Like, watch what happens when I turn on the cabin, like, reading lights. Like, you would say, oh, that's the cabin reading lights. Turn on cabin reading lights. Okay. How about the cabin floods? Literally no difference. We'll turn off the reading lights and leave the floods on. And look. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. But I'll deal with it. Alright guys, so I think I'll go ahead and cut the video here, and I will see you in 3 hours when it's time for our descent. Hello everybody, welcome back. We just got our vectors for our approach. We're going to be expecting ILS for runway 26, which is good. So we'll go ahead and start getting that set up. Okay, so for runway 26, we're going to need ILS heading 259.
Please fasten your seatbelt.
So it has been 1 hour and 47 minutes since I cut away. So it did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. Let's see, there's an autopilot thing here, isn't there? Yeah. Hopefully this will help us with getting this a little more accurate. Yes, it does. Cool. Okay, and the course hold we need to keep was 259. So we can switch the nav source away from GPS now. There we go. That should be close. 255, 6, 7, 8, 9. we go. Okay, we can close that. Was it 4? And then we need to tune. Okay, look, 1, 2, 110.5. Oh, there we go. 110. Come on. 110.5. There we are. So now we should be set up. We will see that as soon as it becomes active. It's been a pretty uneventful flight. We haven't had anything out of the unusual or out of the ordinary since that turbulence at the beginning, and since the shall we call it the prop incident. ATC didn't yell at us to expedite our descent because I immediately kicked it to 1,000 feet per minute. And our fuel, we haven't even used half a tank yet. Outside temperature is -11. Though we're not getting any icing warnings or anything, so we should be okay. We still have our prop anti-ice and windshield anti-ice. Do I have the prop anti-ice on? I'm not even sure. Yes, I do. I'm not even sure if I should or not, but we do. Not really much to do until we get pretty much our clearance for landing. Well, not clearance for landing, until we get in contact with the tower. There's not really much to do. One 122.1 for Sierra Tango 134. Good night. Alright. Quite an altimeter change there. Let's see, our landing elevation is 38 feet. Go ahead and set our cabin altitude goal down to nothing.
Descending below 10,000 feet, Captain.
Good enough. 41 feet, close enough. 123.3. Right, and our decision height, I think we can do that here, right? still. Okay. And I know we're in the UK and Europe. We should really be using QNH. I just keep forgetting, you know, kilopascals. We should... Or I should convert that in FSX. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not positive, I'm pretty sure you can. So I'll take a look at that before next episode. Because once I start using Active Sky Next, that's going to be using QNH. Can you use air traffic control with Active Sky Next? Because I know Active Sky uses their own frequency for ATIS. So would the Active Sky Next altimeter be the same, like if I wanted to use FSX air traffic control? I'll have to look into that, because I definitely like flying with air traffic control. I don't like turning off AI and then just doing my own thing. I think it takes the dimension away from the simulator, from the game. If you use Active Sky Next, will you tell me how it is and if it works with FSX ATC? I would really appreciate that. There's some more turbulence. Just a little bit though. Oh, and the biggest difference, I don't remember if I mentioned this during the first part of the video or not, but I am using, sorry about that head jerk there, I thought I felt a spider crawling on my hand and it was just my headset cord. But anyway, what was I saying? What was I saying? Something about, yes, the biggest difference between this video and 2 videos ago is that I have FSUIPC installed. So I have some controls mapped and everything. That's what messed up with my gear in the first part of the video. But I also have an autopilot quick disconnect button now on my yoke, so it's gonna be nice. Is that London? I don't know. Maybe. We were with London Center before they handed us off to approach, so it very well could be London. Let's see, let's take a look at the GPS. We got EGPB is the closest airport. No, that's, let's see. EGHO. EGHO. I don't know those codes off the top of my head. Wait, EGHL, that's not London Heathrow. I don't remember. I'm sorry. No, isn't London Heathrow EGLL? I'm sorry, I just really don't remember at all. we must be getting really close. If we're going down to 1,600. Ooh, look. It's a Mall Orion. I'm sorry, I love the light bloom. I just don't like how it shines through the cockpit on the ground. But everywhere else, it looks great. Right, so we do have the nav radio is alive, or the localizer and glide slope are both alive, so we are really close. Yep, we are super close. They should be giving us our final vector any minute now. Give us our final vector and then hand us off to the tower. So let's go ahead and start. Let's pull back on the speed. And we'll get ready to drop flaps 5 around 150 knots. Get rid of that for now. It takes up a lot of screen space. Oh, of course. See, I kind of want to intercept this at a shallower angle. So let's go to about 240. Hopefully this will get us lined up a bit better. Okay, add some power. First notch of flaps. Okay, this runway should be plenty long for us. 7,440 feet. We're going to go ahead and reduce speed a little bit more so we can drop the landing gear. Get it within that safety arc. Oh, are we capturing the...
Gear down. Myself a little bit better seated here. Sorry for the rudder pedals. I'm dropping another notch of flaps and add a little bit more power just so we can keep the airspeed pretty constant. We are too high, so I'm going to go ahead and take over for the autopilot now instead of waiting for decision height.
Approaching 26.
And no flaps or unstable calls? Wow. I must be getting a little bit better. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe she's about to go unstable, unstable.
$500.
Nice. We're not even gonna cut. We're not even gonna pull in the reversers. We're just gonna let it roll out. We got plenty of runway. surprised I'm getting some frame rate lag right now because it's a default scenery and everything. Like it's not a... I don't have an add-on airport or anything. Can't see. Ah, okay. I turned too early. Alright. Let's get the taxi. Landing and strobe lights off. Are they... They're not telling me to get back on the runway here. Are they? I can't see where the progressive taxi line is. Yep, they're like, hey, turn around. Cross the runway. I hate when they do that. This is the active runway.
Approaching 08.
We're good though, there's clearly no one on final or lining up for takeoff. Yeah, sorry my frame rate's so bad right now, guys. I don't know why that is. It's almost like we're at Manchester. You know what I should do? I should turn off the default AI airport traffic, like the ground traffic at the airport, because that just causes more problems than it solves, especially because I have GSX. If I need airport vehicles, I'm going to be using the GSX vehicles, so... So, bad thing about that long landing, got a long taxi back. Oh, you know what I didn't do before landing, though? And I definitely should have, because I bet our passengers were sleeping. Should have cut on floodlights. At least in the back, so everyone was alert and ready in case there was some kind of emergency. Thankfully, there wasn't. Well, nothing that prevented the flight from happening anyway. Oh look, there's a Learjet. You don't see too many AI Learjets, or at least I don't. Let's get the parking brake on. Let's call GSX. I don't want to unload. Oh, I gotta stop the engine first. It's called GSX. I don't want to unload our passengers on the ramp in the cold. Alright, well, we should definitely get our taxi light and stuff off if we're just running on the battery now. Avionics. Well, let's turn off stuff first. There's the baggage. Alright. Get the seatbelt sign off now. So, where? That is a big truck to have at this little stand. Where's the van to come get the passengers? Oh, is that him? No, that's an AI fuel truck. Here's the van. Alright, you guys can get off my plane now. Come on. Go on, get. Come on. There we go. Now we can get batteries off. And there we go. Well guys, that is our last regular flight in the PC-12. Next time we're going to be using the Coronado Beechcraft B1900D. Hopefully the frame rate will be a little bit better. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure why my frame rate's suffering so badly right now. But until then guys, I've been a Shadowbox. This has been FSX with FSPassengers 2015 and the Coronado PC-12. And I hope to see you next time, and have a good one. I lied. We're not quite done yet. We didn't do our paperwork. Let's end the flight. Good landing. I'll take it. 2.5% increase. $129,391. Long flight without time acceleration. No problems with satisfied passengers. So, good pilot bonus as well, though like I said, we don't really care too much about that anymore. And, yeah, there we go. Next time is going to be...
Congratulations!
Woo! Commercial pilots! I don't care! Okay, guys. Now you have a good one. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we certainly hope you enjoyed flying Shadow Transit, and we hope to see you soon.